Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragalia Foundry. Well, after 4 days of non-stop attempts, getting really hooked on this battle, I have finally done it. I have taken down Brunhilda for the very first time with my account. Now you'll know that I decided to make a purchase earlier this year for the $10 Dragon Unbind pack, and that's actually what let me get my Dragon Yule Jeanne d'Arc up to 3 Unbinds, which was the minimum I needed to participate in this challenge. So that's something I could have grinded out over time as a free-to-play player, and I do plan to grind out the Sunlight Ore to get that final unbinding on her, but with just 3 unbindings, my Pietro was finally able to clear this challenge. So you'll see him on screen now. He's not fully built like I said because I'm still waiting on that last unbinding. When I get that, I should get a pretty big boost for him. And you may be surprised to see this because I didn't make a video promoting him or talking about him, but after seeing some of the successes with Pietro in this challenge, I kind of decided I want to build him myself. And I really like Pietro as a character. I love his thirst for adventure, I love that he's inquisitive about the world, and he's just a really cute and easygoing, happy-go-lucky kind of character. So I really liked him and decided to try to take him all the way. So after debating about it a lot, I finally upgraded him to 50 mana nodes, and after practicing with him a lot, I was finally able to get this clear. So it definitely helped to have powerful teammates, and I'll show off the Thaniel, Xainfried, and Lily that ran with us at the end of the video, but for now, let's go ahead and hop into the battle. Like I said, I spent about 4 days trying this. Really, Pietro was ready about Saturday, and so as I post this, it's Tuesday, February 5th, basically a month after I got my first High Midgard Stormer clear. Now, I am the bait in this match, so if you're familiar with Brunhilda, that means that my goal is to try to position her away from the rest of my teammates so that they continue attacking her without being interrupted by her moves. So the opening sequence is pretty straightforward for me. I want to try accumulate as close to a 20 hit combo here as I can, but as soon as she dives, I activate this skill because I don't want to accidentally push myself closer to her. Now from here, we're going to enter this first volcano phase. The first person tries to place a volcano to the left because they don't want that to get in the way of her dive bomb. And I go down there to try to orient her south so that she's not breathing fire on my teammates. Then I get my volcano and place it there to try to trap her in. I use my skill to avoid getting hit by that dash. And we have a really good position on her now where she is trapped behind these volcanoes. Unfortunately, I take a dash there, but I get out in time for the Hellfire. And really, we're just trying to do as much damage as possible, especially since with a lot of different people, I had earlier attempts that were so close, but we didn't quite have the damage we needed. Now, one of the cool things about Pietro is you'll see that both of us stayed on Brunhilda there, and that's because his defense co-ability combined with Xainfried's HP actually allows us to stack during the Storm Chaser if Brunhilda isn't in overdrive yet. If she is in overdrive, it becomes kind of risky to do so, but it's still possible at times. Here I bait these meteors as best I can. Thankfully, didn't bait them into anyone because that is a kind of challenging aspect of being the bait. Now we enter this phase where really you can't do a lot as a character like Pietro. Technically, you can actually force strike onto her, but it's kind of risky, and I don't always share this storm pillar here, or steering pillar rather. So that time I did because we had enough HP. And there, I'm burning, so I'm going to be at 1 HP, but I have my shield, and I have 2 skills ready to bait a dash and not get hurt. Really, this match is all about learning the patterns, but I would say there is more randomness compared to High Midgard Stormer, just because the volcano phase is random who she'll target with each volcano. The ordering is random. Thankfully, there are also a lot of idle periods where she stands around or she does her sweeping fire breath, and that enables you to get in some damage. Now we're intentionally trying to break at a point where we'll have our dragons ready. Unfortunately, we're not able to get an early break. She's able to do her second breath, but that actually kind of works out for us because we're going to be able to use 3 of our dragons here to dish out as much damage as possible. Now I kind of run away a little bit because I don't want to get targeted by the Tattered Sky, because our plan was that I wouldn't be in this Tattered Sky. If I was, I would get burned, And then from there, I would get to low HP, and I wouldn't have enough HP to take the Storm Chaser that comes after her X-Muspelheim attack. That Grand X-Muspelheim. So now, again, we can't really do much, but we have to split up. These moves really take up a lot of the match, and it's why you have to have such good damage output. So luckily, my Pietro, with only about 2,000 strength, thanks to that Jeanne d'Arc getting some lucky criticals and having some powerful teammates, I was able to get the job done. There, I'm waiting for Thaniel to take the Tattered because he's going to turn into Poseidon. And I know I keep calling it Tattered because that's what it's called in High Midgard Stormer, but it's actually Searing Pillar. So it has a different name, but colloquially it's Tattered. Now we're doing okay with our volcanoes. That's a little bit risky there for Xain, but luckily he had a skill. I didn't mean to point her that way necessarily. And here we're in pretty good shape, but I am a little bit worried. Her HP's still kind of high. So I start to use some skills. That kind of chipped her a little bit. I retreat past the volcanoes. 30 seconds left. And then, unfortunately, the recording cut out for a second. I ran out of space to record. As you can see, I actually forgot about the last volcano and accidentally rolled through her. I decided to take advantage of the opportunity to unleash as many skills as I could because our time was so short. Then we were all stacking so close and my HP was low that it ended up dying, but I think gotten enough damage that we were able to get the job done. So that was a big relief. 5 seconds left. Hopefully next time we can get a Deathless, and I'm sure it'll become much easier once my Pietro is fully built with a max Unbound Jeanne d'Arc. I'm really looking forward to that point, and I have to say, I'm really impressed with this fight. It really hooked its teeth into me. I like the theory crafting about it. I like the people out there that are speedrunning. That's where I first saw Pietro being used, was in one of the, at the time, fastest clears. Because of Pietro's shield, he is able to protect himself to a certain extent from burn and those falling volcanoes that could potentially be lethal otherwise to other types of teammates. So there you can see I cleared the trial. I'm going to collect my epithet, and I'm actually going to equip it. Now unfortunately, because I had already done my weeklies for High Midgard Stormer, I didn't actually get enough of the High Brunhilda spheres to actually get the dragon High Brunhilda this time around. There we're going to change from Volcanic Fiendslayer, and all the way at the bottom, Conqueror of Flame. Feels pretty good to finally get this epithet. Now I definitely think this is accessible if you're free to play, but much less accessible than High Midgard Stormer, and it did help me quite a bit to have that final Dragon Stone, or Sunlight Stone I should say, to unbind my Jeanne d'Arc. If you are aiming for this as a free to play player, the new Dragon Penglai can be used, but the stats are low enough that I wouldn't really suggest it. You can make it work for Thaniel if you want to be a healer, but Thaniel does like to have that extra attack from Poseidon and even Poliahu, so be careful if you decide to go that route. As you can see, the teammates I was running with were pretty buffed up, so I'm going to show them off now. Thank you so much to all of them and everyone who helped me out with this clear. I'm going to try post the names of everyone I ran with leading up to this point in the description below, so be sure to take a look at that. Otherwise, everyone, it's back to the raid for me. Expect some more content on that soon. Thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you next time.